Hi to all, welcome to RAMS and Ed tutorials. In this video tutorial, we are going to discuss contextual menu. So in the previous videos, we discussed about the options menu and uh, context menu. And now in this video tutorial, we'll discuss contextual menu. Like context menu, you need to long press on item for 2 seconds, then you are going to get the contextual menu. So here you can see the difference between context menu and contextual menu. In the context menu, you have items like this. In the contextual menu, whenever you long press on the action bar, you are going to have options like this. Now let us see what is the difference between the context menu and contextual menu. So whenever you want to implement the contextual menu, like the menus you need to create, first of all XML file under menu folder, and there we need to create an options as items. And after that we need to implement one interface that is called action mode dot callback interface. In that we are going to have a three methods, totally four methods we are going to have. So that on create action mode method is going to create the contextual menu, so that in that we need to call the XML file that what we created for the menus, so that we need to call that XML file using menu inflator class. And after that we are leaving this method as it is, and after that in the on action item selected we are going to write an action. If you click that item, what should happen? Now let us see this program with the example application. So options menu, context menu regular we are using. This contextual menu and a pop-up menu rarely we are going to use in the applications. Now in advanced concepts we have a so many advanced concepts are there. So our menus again, that means the options again we are providing through the navigation drawer like that. So whenever we are moving to the advanced concepts, there we will discuss the navigation drawer concept. So first of all, let me create the items under menu folder. So already defaultly they are giving one XML file under menu folder. So there we are going to create a items. 4 or 5 items let us create. So defaultly they are giving one item. Just I am removing it and I am creating item, and in that ID is at the rate plus ID item underscore option 1, and title is option 1. In the same way we are going to take more 3 options. Now this one is 2 and this one is option 3. So we created 4 items for the contextual menu. Now we need to move to the activity underscore main.xml. So in that we are going to take one button. Why? Because whenever we long press on the button, then we are going to display the contextual menu. So that button ID we are going to take as contextual menu, and the text is we are taking contextual menu. Save it. Now we'll come to the main activity. So these methods are not required, just I am removing it. Why? Because options menu already we discussed, and we are not required, we are not going to have those methods in this activity. Why? Because now we are discussing the contextual menu. So first of all, let us call the button contextual button equal to button, and we need to call the find by id method. In that, call the button reference button underscore contextual menu, and write an action for the button. So contextual menu button dot set on click listener and implement the interface. Oops. Control Alt L, then you'll get the code of alignment. Now here we need to call the program to display the contextual menu. So as we have seen in the developer.android.com, you need to call the interface called action mode.callback. So that let us call that interface action mode dot callback equal to anonymous inner type implementation. Now we'll see clearly we got 4 methods. Now under onCreate action mode method, we need to call the XML file what we created now. So that first of all we need to call the we need to have a menu inflator reference. So that menu inflator menu inflator equal to, then you need to call the method get menu inflator. So that one we are going to call from the action mode class. So that action mode class object is mode dot get menu inflator. Now you need to call inflate method from the menu inflator class. Inflate of r dot menu underscore main, and next one is menu class object. So already we have a local variable menu class object, we call that one. Now we need to return true. Next, so we are leaving this on prepare action mode method as it is, and after that you need to call on action item selected method. Already we have overridden that method. In that we are going to write a switch case for the options, so that we have a 4 options. For 4 options we are going to write 4 switch cases. Switch item dot get item id. In that case r dot id dot item underscore option 1 break statement case r dot id dot item underscore option 2 break statement, and like that one more case r dot id dot item underscore option 3 break, again case r dot id dot item underscore option 4 break statement. Now we are going to write a toast to know that whether that item can be selected or not. So make text get application context, then we know that item dot toString comma toast dot, and we need to give the duration. We are giving length underscore short and a show method. And after that same thing we are going to take other options also. And finally we need to return here true. Now see, we check it out. This interface should end with the semicolon. Now here you will see, but in the on destroy action mode we are calling m action mode equal to null. M action mode in the sense where we got that one, I don't know where we are having that option. Okay, we will see, and rest of everything is good. And after that now we need to call this, what's happening. Okay, you'll see current class requires API 11, current minimum is 9. Why? Because this was introduced from 3.0 onwards. You'll see if you are developing for 3.0 or higher, you should usually use the contextual action mode to present contextual actions now, instead of using floating context menu. Floating context menu in the sense this one, this is the floating context menu and this is the contextual menu. So that if you are using this contextual menu, it's not going to support in the lower versions like 2.2, 2.3. So better to use context menu only. Or otherwise, if you are targeting only 3.0 above versions, then you can go for the contextual menu. Now full-fledged program already I kept in my blog. Now you'll see everything we kept here, just we call the methods. Now whenever you want to call this contextual menu, you need to use the method called start action mode method. So that we need to change the first of all minimum version. So go to the manifest file. Right here we are not having that property. So in Android Studio you are going to have this minimum SDK build version properties under build.gradle file. So if you open this Gradle script, you will see that file build.gradle. So this one, if you open this module app, so this is the one module app now. So under that build.gradle you will see compiled SDK version 21 and build tools 21.1.2. That means the current the Android development tools version is going to take here, and the compiled SDK version in the sense in which version you are developing the project. So that is the API level we are mentioning here. 21 in the sense we are developing this application in the 5.0. Now here you will see minimum SDK version. That means up to which lower version is going to be compatible. Now we have already seen the application. If you are using the contextual menu, it's not going to support in the 2.2, 2.3. It can be supported from 3.0 onwards. But Nowadays 3.0, 3.1, 3.2 versions no one is using, so that just I am giving this one is 14. So whenever you are changing any program, or whenever you are doing modifications in the build.gradle file, immediately you need to sync that file. It will ask you. So just we are doing sync now. So it's going to sync that. Now we need to come to the main activity. In that, let's say after syncing, we are not going to have this compile error now. Once sync is complete, okay, sync completed. Now we'll see we are not having any compile error. Now we need to call start action mode. Where is it? Right here you'll see start action mode. In that you need to call action mode.callback, so that select it, and in that already we implemented this action mode.callback interface, so that just you are passing callback. That's it. This is the contextual menu program. The source code can be available in my blog called ramsandroid.blogspot.in. Just in the search bar you type contextual menu, so that with the screenshots you can see that output. Now let us run this application and we'll see that output. And if you like my videos, you can subscribe my channel by clicking subscribe button, and you can share my videos in your Facebook and Google Plus, so that others can get benefit. Now see, if you click, automatically we got contextual menu. See that this having the back option again, option 1. If you have icons, then it's going to, we are going to have more room, then it's going to show the icons. How many icons can be adjusted in this action bar, those many icons it will display, and after that it will show you this menu option, menu, and there we are going to get the options. Now you see option 3 selected and option 4 selected now, and you can say back. Okay, and we got an options, right? Thank you for watching, and we'll meet in the next video tutorials.